We started this campaign really because we wanted to highlight the profession. We very strongly feel that it is a noble profession, that it is a calling, and in these interesting times, teaching really separates the men from the boys. There are people who take on work because they need an income, but I don't think you can do teaching with that mindset for very long. The one thing all the teachers have in common is they want to make a difference. They are already making a difference, which is why they get recognized. We expect police officers to be there to catch the criminals when things go wrong. But what if you could change the narrative? What if you could have an influence before children become criminalized? That's exactly the story of our final teacher of the year for the month of October, Mr. Shahied Allie. He went from being a police officer to taking up the chalk and teaching in the classroom. Congratulations for being nominated by your school community. You wanted to change the story of this community.
Yes, the community was quite in your face in terms of negativity.
What was the story?
Drugs, gangsterism, domestic breakdowns in family units, abuse left, right and center. And to change that would have needed some type of an educational interaction.
Because in a sense, by the time you get involved as a policeman, it's too late.
It is something that prompted me and pushed me into the teaching path. We are here as teachers with all its challenges to take the child into adulthood, equipping that child with meaningful mechanisms to be a positive part of his or her society.
What are some of the positive things that you've been able to achieve in changing that story?
We were able to identify that societal challenges to these children was the main cause of them presenting behavioral problems. And a little further conversations brought us to the realization that we need to step in or need to enhance societally what this child needs.
How do you give them hope?
With our attitude. It's not your aptitude, but your attitude that will determine your altitude. It is the attitude that we portray to whoever is next to us in the form of a child.
I think it is not your aptitude as a teacher, but your attitude that will determine the children's altitude.
100%.
That's what you have taught us. So what does this nomination mean to you?
It means me having more energy now, not to get tired. At times you do get tired. Children can be draining on a person's soul, draining you in the way that you have to think on how to make that child's life better.
So if the kids sometimes drain you, how do you make sure that you come full to give?
We are quite okay with the idea that we are not superhuman, and we are okay with the idea to sit down and ask the universe for assistance. In our quiet spaces, we ask for assistance. And I think that is what makes us full to start the next journey again. My message to all other teachers listening to this or looking at this is to not give up. You are in a noble profession. Nobility is not something that can be bought. It is not something that can be taught. Neither can it be learned. So don't lose hope. As a teacher, go for it.
And if the teachers mustn't give up, neither will we. We'll continue our Teacher of the Year campaign in 2023 Congratulations to all the teachers who were nominated, the school communities that put forward their names, the children, the parents. We'll be back with our campaign in 2023. If you know a teacher that you think we should recognize, why don't you go to 702.co.za and make a submission.